3 months ago, this bin was half empty and full of dreams. Now it's heavier, smarter, and a whole lot more dad-proof. Let's take a look at how the Dadventure Kit has grown up. Little dads, brothers from other mothers and sisters from different misters, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to Durable Dads, where the coffee's strong, the gear's tested, and the weather clearly has some commitment issues. So back in July, rain shut down my tent test and gave us the very first Dadventure Kit video. Fast forward to October, right now, I roll out this morning for a fireworks fire pit collab shoot, and the rain does it to me again. Don't let this sunshine fool you. It was raining domesticated pets earlier. So, once more, we're gonna pivot. Same kind of rain, same dad, but a bigger, better kit. So today's rollout, only the new additions, stuff that actually earned its place. So we're gonna do camping gear on one table in one chute, and EDC gear on the other. Hey kids, Durable Dads here, bringing you real gear tests, dad-approved tips, and adventures that actually work. If you're one of the 86% watching but not subscribed, hit that button. It's one click for you, and it keeps this party rolling. All right, here we go. Feast your eyes on what 3 months of relatively dedicated, starting from almost scratch, has done. Okay, when we did the first video back in July, had the tent, and I had managed to retrieve a bunch of stuff from my storage and basically have the opportunity to go through some of the stuff that I had in a long-term storage that unfortunately other individuals had some access to. So I was essentially having to start from scratch. And I did go over that a little bit in the last video. Anyways, I'm going to stop with the diatribe and we'll get to some of the bigger ticket items. Okay, first of all, these guys. Okay, sleeping bags. That's requires no real explanation other than warmth. Good. Being human burrito, very good. Essential pieces, what I had left has been relegated to kind of daughter issue stuff so she can burn it out with her friends. She's a teenager, she's going to be rough on stuff. This is a little more like high end, okay, and essential. All right, moving over this way, I picked up one of these just to try it out and see what I thought of it. Pretty happy with it. I do have some camp chairs that survived, but they're getting a little decrepit. So this is the beginning of having something that's pretty close to EDC, yet still living in the camping realm. Okay, moving along. Okay, we'll keep it in the camping theme, so we'll go over this sucker in a minute. Okay, this was again another video, what a steal. Picked up this camp stove. I did have an old camp oil camp stove that I have repurposed for Jeremy at Fireworks because he restores them. And some of you might say, oh my God, why did you get rid of that 1960s Butte? Because I wanted something a little more modern, and granted camp oil really functions better in the colder weather, but it's not like it's gone for good. Jeremy and I talk, and there's an opportunity for me to kind of borrow it back. So it's gone to a good home. Okay, camp stove, that's a real big one. Okay, and this is, again, I've been really focusing this season on getting the basics back together. An honorable mention, and we might almost want to call this everyday carry. In fact, it crosses over. It's always in the Dadventure Kit, and I've used it several times, and it's looking like it. I did manage to burn the handle. Well done. So anyways, that's just a mark of good use. Very happy with it. Money well spent. Okay, just quickly, we're going to get to this. Again, this was another used pickup, but very happy. I did pick up a brand new life jacket. Hated it. In terms of paddling, I needed something more specific, and this is it. I got a good price on this. I'm loving the high back. It's a little more svelte. There's less to it, so I have a lot more movement. I found that filming from these straps, not so good. But an interesting hack that I managed to pull out is I throw a mount in this pocket, and it works awesome if I want to get paddling footage. Anyways, okay, another big piece of this, again, is what this is all sitting on. This is a major upgrade. I got this folding table, and this also falls in the everyday carry category. Huge crossover. Every time I go out to shoot, this is going to appear simply because I pull it out, I stack everything on it. I have a solid work base. It's fantastic. Okay, I don't have everything this season. I didn't catch all I wanted to. Some missing pieces to this, obviously, is I need some more camping dishes. That's a big deal. I have everything to cook and make coffee, but I don't have anything to serve this on other than, you know, packing away some like old Corel. It would be great to have more implements for cooking and for serving food, because I've got the table for it. So that's next up on the list. Some more camping gear. I can't think of something that I need right away on top of that. Between the BioLite and this, perhaps a jet boil, I really kind of begun to get everything covered. In the kayaking department, I've been mentioning that I really wanted to get another paddle as well. More on loading the kayaks a little bit later, because that's been a sore point for me. But I want a paddle that floats. So I'm already forecasting into next season. Springtime, can't wait. Anyways, there might be some winter camping being done anyway, because I have some gearhead friends that have all the equipment, so don't write that off. But as a kind of a little touchback, this is what I've managed to add in the last 3 months, and a happy add they are. Okay, let's head over to the EDC side of things next up. All right, let's slide over to the EDC side, the everyday dad carry, as I like to call it. These are the tools that live in lieu, or in the day pack, or in the kit. It's the stuff that saves the day more often than I'd like to admit. A few new pieces have already earned their stripes, plus some lighting upgrades that made filming and field time a lot easier. Take a look. Behold the every dad carry item upgrades. Okay, let's start out. I have added a tackle box, my tackle box, to the mix, just in case there's some impromptu, oh look at me dumping my weights all over the place. For some impromptu fishing that's going to happen, obviously. So, feast your eyes, that's ready to go. Also, the fishing rods, not pictured here, obviously. Okay, big ticket item just for incredible level of personal safety. This is an everyday carry, the life straw, obviously, because sometimes your ambition outweighs your thinking and planning and thirst. So having this with you in the day pack, if you run your bladder dry or something's happened, you've always got this if you can find any kind of source of water. Okay, that's a big deal. And it's something I wanted to keep. Okay, upgraded versions obviously coming, and that would be part of the camping gear and also part of the EDC. But again, this is the beginnings. Okay, my fishing knife sharpened. And that goes with the other knives, but that's really okay. The camping spade, which you saw just recently, this is a great addition. This you just have in the kit. It's handy for all kinds of different situations. It's not your immediate go-to, but you know what, if something happens, It's there for you. Okay, and these two particular books, okay, they ride along with. This is granted, they're a little dated, but you know what, trails and stuff like that don't really go extinct all that quickly. So this one's more of the Kamloops area. There are more trails and things have happened. This one's probably about 20 years old, but you know what, it's highly valuable, and it shows all kinds of trails, and it's highly detailed and how to get there. Yeah, like indispensable. This also a little bit dated, but if you can get your hands on it, if you're in BC, Alberta, the Pacific Northwest, or hell, you're planning on coming to BC for a while and want to get out in the outdoors, this is invaluable. This is the Backcountry Bible right here. I'm going to try and get myself an updated copy of that. But yeah, that's an incredible thing. And again, this is an everyday carry. I'm out someplace, or I'm in a region, or I'm camping. I can always just say, oh, what's in this area? And I can flip it open. I will come grab these two things for research. Absolutely. Okay, but the thing is, the safest place for those to be is not in a bookshelf. It's in the kit. Anyways, oh, last but certainly not least, this little dirty dog has come into my life, and this is courtesy of those fine folks at Wuben. Okay, let's turn it on. I may have, nope, there we go. I may have to charge this sucker, but I did a review video on this, and this lives, while not in the kit, it lives in lieu all the time with the magnetic features, the whole deal. It's a sturdy little work light. Indispensable. I'm happy to note that Wuben was very happy with my review, and I have a headlamp, the H4, heading my way, which I can foresee being a super upgrade to the headlamps I already have, and those are going to go into the kit. So anyways, this may not seem like a whole lot for 3 months, but I've been doing a lot of adventuring here, and this kit has only begun. In terms of what's missing, well, you know what, I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole of everyday carry and what I'd like to have on hand at all times. That's why I'm working on more sponsorships, because you know what, that list is forever growing, and just like more so than the camping gear, that's a long list, but I got to keep this within budget. This has been, with the exception of this bad boy, out of pocket on my end. So, you know, a sponsorship would be wonderful. Again, something I'm working towards. Wuben's definitely a warm partner, and I'm loving that. But yeah, here we go. From a guy starting from scratch, this is the beginnings. That kit has gotten a lot heavier and a lot more utile, and it's feeling a lot closer to just grab and go, which is the place I want to go to. I'm going to continue trying to expand it over the winter, but really the main focus next up is to be fully onto cold weather gear. And of course, no update is complete without Lou. She's had new rear shocks and brakes since the summer, and she's holding strong. Next up, though, is going to be the front end. So, new suspension all around. You know, the deal. And finally, most importantly, ditching those cursed J-clips for proper V-cradles on the kayak rack. Okay, none of this is glamorous, but it's necessary. Lou keeps the wheels turning. Literally. All right, before we wrap this up, I want to do a quick little MVP rundown. This is the gear that's proven itself again and again. Sitting at number 1, the Aquatainer Water Jug. Awesome. It's Canadian made, indestructible, and probably the unsung hero of just about every trip this summer. Okay, the Perk Pot. Yeah, the one I burnt. Coffee, morale, ritual, all in one. Okay, that folding table. You know, if you've ever prepped breakfast on a rock, you know why this one makes the list. And you know what? A shout out, honorable mention to that $35 folding spade. That thing's the 13th hour upgrade that I'm already learning to love. So yeah, another rainout turned into another progress report. And honestly, I'm good with that. The gear has gotten smarter, the system's tighter, and the lessons, well, they just keep on coming. I want to take a second to send out a huge thanks to the Wuben Lighting Company for keeping the lights on. Literally. And for sending over the H4 headlamp, which we'll field test soon. Anyways, I want to throw something out to the gearhead dads. Go ahead and drop a comment. I mean, what gear did you add to this season that actually has earned its keep? Anyways, I'm Mike, and this is Durable Dads. And here's me keeping the coffee hot, the gear dirty, and the adventure practical. So next week, weather permitting, I'll try and get that fire pit video up and running as promised. Anyways, peace out, Scout.